Hello! I'm Elaine, and I'm a tour guide in the French Quarter. I do ghost tours. And I am not going to tell you the stories that I tell on my tour, because you gotta pay for those. But if you want to hear some interesting things that have happened to me while I'm leading random drunk people around the French Quarter, I got you. I mentioned that I often make the family friendly tours less scary, of course, but the thing is, that's usually not for the kids. The kids very rarely get scared, but the adults do often seem a bit annoyed at you when you're telling spooky stories to small children, though not all of them. One of the things that happens on a semi-regular basis if you're doing family-friendly ghost tours is you'll have usually a dad, but sometimes a mom, come up to you and say, I want you to scar my kids. I want them to be terrified. I want them to be weeping. And I'm sitting here like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you? Especially considering you're on vacation. You're going back to your hotel and probably sharing a hotel room with this small child. Do you really want to be sitting up all night consoling the baby? But occasionally, you have the exact opposite. There was one night that I had just one pair on my family-friendly tour, and it was supposed to be a party of three, but it turns out Daddy couldn't come. So it was just Mom and this little 4-year-old angel. And she was exactly what you imagine when you picture a perfect little girl. Like, she had curly hair, she had big eyes, she was wearing a pink dress, she had a tiara on with cat ears on it. She was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. And she was very excited to be on this tour. And her mom was apologizing before the tour even started, like, she's going to ask you so many questions. I'm so sorry. I don't know why. She's really, really fascinated in all this. And I was like, okay, whatever. Like, yeah, this happens. And I did not realize exactly how serious Mom was until little girl was walking with me hand in hand down the street asking, so what happened here? Was anyone eviscerated? And Mom looks at me like, I have no idea where she learned that word. I'm so sorry. My other favorite family-friendly story involves another small child who once again came up and grabbed my hand to ask me a question. And the question was, why do the streets smell so bad? And of course, I'm looking around trying to find a polite way of saying, well, because people pee in them and puke in them and vomit in them and spill beer in them. Now, luckily I don't have to answer, though, because at that exact moment, one of the horse-drawn carriages pulls up besides us, and this mule stops and lets out the longest stream of urine I have ever seen in my life. Like, there had to have been gallons of urine pouring into the street. And to make things even more awkward, this was an incredibly obviously male mule. And I just sort of look down at this kid and go, that's why they smell funny? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for listening.